Every week, I receive messages from families asking the same heartbreaking question. Doctor, he went to bed feeling completely normal. How could he be gone by morning? It's one of the hardest questions to answer, because sometimes there isn't a dramatic warning. No crushing chest pain. No loud cry for help. No time to call 911. Just a quiet night that ends in tragedy. If you're over 60, or someone you love is, this video could be one of the most important things you watch this year. I'm not here to frighten you. I'm here to help you understand something that many people never hear until it's too late. Your heart doesn't sleep when you do. While your body rests, your heart continues pumping nearly 2,000 gallons of blood every single day. During the night, your blood pressure changes, your breathing slows, and your body begins repairing itself. But certain bedtime habits can quietly place enormous stress on your heart during these vulnerable hours. The dangerous part? Most of these habits feel completely normal. People repeat them every evening without realizing what they are doing inside their bodies. Today, I'll share 5 nighttime habits that cardiologists often encourage older adults to review because they can place extra strain on the heart and blood vessels. Along the way, I'll also explain simple changes that may help support better heart health. Stay with me until the end. The last habit is so common that millions of people do it every night without giving it a second thought. Let's begin. Habit number 1, eating a heavy dinner too close to bedtime. Can I ask you a simple question? What time did you eat dinner yesterday? Was it around 7, 8, maybe even 9 o'clock? And after dinner, did you sit on the sofa, watch television, then head straight to bed? If that sounds familiar, you're certainly not alone. For many families, late dinners have become part of everyday life. Busy schedules, family gatherings, late-night television. Everything pushes dinner later and later. The problem isn't enjoying food. The problem is asking your heart to do one of its hardest jobs just before it's supposed to be resting. Here's why. When you eat a large meal, your digestive system immediately demands more blood. Your stomach and intestines begin working hard to break down food. To support that process, your heart has to pump harder and circulate more blood. Now imagine asking your heart to do all of that, just as your body is trying to prepare for sleep. Instead of entering recovery mode, your cardiovascular system stays busy for hours. For someone in their 20s, the body usually handles this without much difficulty. But after 60, blood vessels naturally become less flexible. The heart often has to work harder. And if conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or narrowed arteries are already present, the extra workload becomes much more significant. Another issue is acid reflux. Many people mistake nighttime chest discomfort for simple indigestion. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. Heart disease and acid reflux can produce surprisingly similar symptoms. That's why persistent chest pressure should never be ignored. A safer evening routine is surprisingly simple. Try to finish your main meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime whenever your schedule allows. If you become hungry later, choose something light. A small bowl of yogurt, fresh fruit, or a handful of nuts if they're appropriate for your diet. Small adjustments like these won't guarantee you'll prevent a heart attack, but they can reduce unnecessary strain on your body while you sleep. And that's exactly what we're trying to accomplish. Because heart health isn't built by one big decision. It's built by hundreds of small ones. Unfortunately, the next habit is even more dangerous because millions of people believe they're actually helping themselves. Habit number 2, the medication mistake that happens every day. Now let's talk about something that surprises many of my patients. It isn't a rare disease. It isn't expensive treatment. It's something sitting in a small bottle on the kitchen counter. Your blood pressure medication. Many people believe that taking their medicine at any time during the day is good enough. But for some people, timing may matter just as much as remembering to take it. Here's why. Your blood pressure isn't the same from morning to night. It follows a natural rhythm. For healthy adults, it usually falls while they sleep, giving the heart and blood vessels a chance to recover. Doctors sometimes call this a nighttime dip. Unfortunately, not everyone experiences it. Many older adults continue to have high blood pressure throughout the night, and some even experience an early morning surge just before waking. That surge places additional stress on arteries that may already be narrowed by years of plaque buildup. And when that happens, the risk of a heart attack or stroke may increase. Now, This doesn't mean everyone should suddenly switch when they take their medication. That's an important decision that depends on your health, your diagnosis, and the specific medicine you're prescribed. But it does mean it's worth asking your doctor a simple question. Is the time I'm taking this medication still the best choice for me? I've had patients who took their pills faithfully every single day, yet they never discuss whether the timing matched their individual needs. Sometimes, a short conversation during a routine appointment can answer questions they carried for years. The important lesson isn't to change your medication on your own. The important lesson is to stay curious and stay involved in your own care. Because taking medicine correctly isn't just about remembering the pill. It's also about understanding how it fits into your overall treatment plan. And speaking of nighttime risks, the next habit often goes unnoticed for years because people think it's harmless. They laugh about it. Their family jokes about it. Some even wear it like a badge of honor. I'm just a loud snorer. But what if that snoring is actually your heart asking for help? Habit number 3, it's just snoring. Or is it? Let me ask you something. Has anyone ever told you that you snore loudly? Not gentle snoring, the kind that can be heard through a closed bedroom door. Or maybe someone has said, you stop breathing for a few seconds. Most people brush it off. They think it's simply part of getting older. But sometimes, it can be a sign of obstructive sleep apnea, a condition that repeatedly interrupts breathing during sleep. Every time breathing stops, oxygen levels fall. Your brain senses danger. Almost instantly, stress hormones are released. Your heart beats faster. Blood pressure rises. Your body briefly wakes itself just enough to start breathing again. Then the cycle repeats. Again and again, sometimes dozens of times every hour. The frightening part is that many people have no memory of these interruptions. They wake up believing they slept through the night, yet they still feel exhausted. Other clues include morning headaches, dry mouth, feeling sleepy during the day, or waking up gasping for air. If any of these sound familiar, don't ignore them. Talk to your healthcare provider. A sleep study can often determine whether sleep apnea is present, and if it is, treatment doesn't just improve sleep. For many people, it also helps reduce strain on the heart and improve overall quality of life. Never assume loud snoring is simply normal. Sometimes, it's one of the earliest clues that your heart isn't getting the restful night it deserves. Habit number 4, going to bed slightly dehydrated. Let me ask you another question. When was the last time you drank a glass of water before going to bed? Many older adults intentionally avoid drinking fluids in the evening. And honestly, their reason makes perfect sense. I don't want to wake up 3 times during the night. I don't want to keep running to the bathroom. I just want uninterrupted sleep. I hear those words almost every week. But here's what many people don't realize. While you're sleeping, your body continues losing water. You lose it through your breathing, through your skin, even through normal body functions you never notice. If you already went to bed slightly dehydrated, your body has even less fluid available by the early hours of the morning. Why does that matter? Because your blood relies on water to flow efficiently. When you're dehydrated, blood can become more concentrated. Your heart may have to work harder to circulate it. For someone with healthy arteries, that may not cause noticeable problems. But for someone living with coronary artery disease, diabetes, or high blood pressure, every little bit of extra workload matters. Now, I'm not telling you to drink a huge bottle of water right before bed. That could simply interrupt your sleep. Instead, aim to stay well hydrated throughout the day. If your doctor hasn't placed you on a fluid restriction because of heart failure, kidney disease, or another medical condition, a small glass of water during your evening routine is often a reasonable habit. And if you regularly wake up thirsty, don't ignore it. Your body may simply be asking for the fluid it needs. Small habits, small decisions, they often have a much bigger impact than people imagine. Habit number 5, your bedroom may be working against your heart. Now let's talk about something almost nobody associates with heart health. Your bedroom. More specifically, its temperature. Most people adjust a thermostat based only on comfort. Too hot? Turn on the fan. Too cold? Add another blanket. But your heart notices those temperature changes too. When a bedroom is excessively warm, your body has to work harder to cool itself. Blood vessels widen. Sweating increases. Fluid loss increases. Sleep often becomes lighter and more fragmented. You wake up feeling tired, even if you spent 8 hours in bed. On the other hand, a room that's too cold can cause blood vessels to tighten. That may temporarily increase blood pressure. For older adults with cardiovascular disease, neither extreme is ideal. Sleep specialists generally recommend keeping the bedroom comfortably cool rather than overly warm. Fresh air, comfortable bedding, a quiet room. These simple changes often improve sleep quality, and better sleep supports better heart health. Because here's something many people forget. Your heart doesn't repair itself during stressful days. It does much of its recovery while you sleep. Protect your sleep, and you're also protecting your heart. Final thoughts. So tonight, before you turn off the lights, take just a moment to think about these 5 habits. Did you finish dinner early enough? Have you taken your medications exactly as your healthcare provider prescribed? If you snore loudly or wake up exhausted, have you spoken with your doctor? Have you stayed hydrated throughout the day? Is your bedroom helping you sleep or making your heart work harder? None of these habits require expensive equipment. None require perfect health. None require becoming a different person overnight. They are simply small choices, repeated consistently, day after day. Because here's something I've learned after years of caring for heart patients. The strongest hearts aren't protected by luck. They are protected by awareness, by paying attention to little warning signs before they become life-changing emergencies. Remember, heart attacks and strokes don't always begin with dramatic symptoms. Sometimes they develop silently over many years. That's why prevention matters so much. If this video encouraged you to think differently about your evening routine, I hope you'll put at least one of these ideas into practice tonight. Not all 5, just one. Then tomorrow, add another. Small improvements have a way of becoming lifelong habits. And lifelong habits are what help build a healthier future. If you found this video helpful, consider sharing it with someone you care about. A parent, a spouse, a neighbor, or a friend over 60. Sometimes one conversation, or one shared video, can encourage someone to ask their doctor an important question they might never have asked otherwise. Thank you for spending these minutes with me. Take good care of yourself. Sleep peacefully, and I'll see you again in the next video.